Good Monday, and thank you for being a part of the program. We're going to go straight to interviews, information, and details on as much weather-related information and response that I can give you tonight in regards to power outages, in regards to our road conditions, and many other bits of information, most important of which I need to get out there after a major winter storm, which we were fully expecting, which I have to say, as serious as it was, could have been much, much worse. I speak mainly of that ice, which did build up on power lines and on trees and limbs, but not to the point that indeed it could have. We saw a storm system, one of the biggest we've seen in a number of years, hit 30 states, stretch more than 2,200 miles, at least 4 deaths that I'm aware of as of right now, and it packed everything as we did expect: snow, sleet, ice, rain, freezing rain, thunder, lightning, and now it's being all followed by frigid temperatures. Snowfall here in the viewing area, 6 inches plus or minus depending on where you go. And of course we saw that greatly affected by the rain, which was even heavy at times last night from a major winter storm. About 2,000 flights, I think, canceled as a result. 200 million people will see temperatures from today from 5 to 30 degrees below average as a result of this storm system, and we are under a winter storm warning in effect until tomorrow morning at 7. We'll talk about the frigid temperatures in just a few moments. Let's go on to our utilities. I did speak with Ruth Conley of Foothills Communications, and they fared pretty well. Their outages for internet service, which of course is a major utility in this time and day, were largely associated almost entirely with power outages. Homes with businesses which had no power, of course, had no Wi-Fi or internet service. They did have about 80 reports or so in her area, in the Foothills Communications area, that were directly weather-related. Tickets have been created, and crews have been out today checking on those to make repairs. But by and large, the about 2,700 customers of Foothills which were without service were due to the power outages that they were also seeing. That was around 2 o'clock this afternoon. The majority of those in Johnson County, some in Magoffin, and some in Lawrence as well. But by and large, about 80 of those tickets or problems were directly weather related and would require some sort of repair. Everyone else was just waiting on power to be restored to have their internet restored. Let's go to Curry Howard of Licking Valley RECC via this telephone conversation just a few moments ago, where they are still seeing less than 1,000 outages in Magoffin County for Licking Valley, but a number of thousands for their service area as a whole. And they are continuing to get new reports, which they hope that you will do, and they're continuing to beg people, says Howard, please don't go down or don't go around or near any downed power lines. Here's the numbers and that reminder.
Well, at our peak, we was a little better than 8,000 at our peak, and that was about 8:30 this morning. And right now, we're at about 5,400 out system-wide. In Magoffin County, we're about 760. That's fluctuating by about every 15 or 20 minutes because we'll put some on, then some more goes off. Morgan County, we're a little better than 2,000. Breathitt County, we're 460. Wolf County, we're a little better than 800. Menifee County, 300 and something. We're 100% out in Menifee County right now on our side.
Wow.
But, like I say, at the peak, we're a little better than 8,000, so we're a little better than 5,000. So we've improved today, but it's been slow.
Are there any areas, specifically in my viewing area, Magoffin, and we do have some, of course, in Morgan, but are there any areas that kind of numbers that you hope to get back on soon, or a large area that's got several people that maybe hinging on one particular problem that might be coming on, or any targeted areas that you hope to have back on?
The targeted area right now in Magoffin County is the Coon Creek northern section of Magoffin County. Southern section of Magoffin County is pretty well. It's not 100%, but it's probably 95%. Like I say, most of it is northern Magoffin County, and then over in toward the Route 30 area up toward Breathitt County. That's our worst area in Magoffin County.
What's just largely trees on lines, poles down?
Trees on line, broken poles. We're finding a lot of broken poles. We're somewhere that we know somewhere around 25. There's a lot of service poles that we don't even know about yet. We're getting a lot of calls of people with their service poles broken, their entrances broken off their houses, and so it's going to be a while to get some of these back on. If you do have a broken service pole, please let us know. If there is entrances pulled off the house, that is up to the homeowner to have that fixed. So they need to get an electrician out there to fix that as soon as possible so we can get their service back connected.
If you don't care, remind everybody, I know you've got resources for folks to be able to kind of track the progress you all are making or to report these situations. What's the best means for them to do that?
Well, there's a couple different ways, Rich. They can get on to lvrecc.com and follow it that way, or we do have the Smart Hub app that they can actually go in and see how much it does everything to let them know if there's an outage or to see if how much their bill is, and so that way. And then also there's a one that they can go on. It's called poweroutage.us, and it's an awesome website. You can actually, it breaks it down by county, and sometimes it lags behind a little bit. Sometimes it's not exactly accurate to the point of what we can do, but it's really good. And of course, and I always say this, Rich, if there's a down power line, stay away from it. Whatever you do not get around any down power lines. I can look at a video that was shot from Shelby Energy this morning, and there was about a 50-foot long section of wire laying on the ground, and it was burning probably 10 or 12 foot high on the ground.
Wow.
So please, everyone, stay away from any down lines. Call us, call anybody, but do not get around that.
PowerOutage.us is one of the ways that Howard said was best to track power outages. It's one that I always refer to in any type of weather-related or other situation where we're seeing the progress made in getting power restored. However, it's not been completely accurate today, showing 687 out in McGoffin County, like at 5:45 just a few moments ago, and we know that number not to be accurate because Curry's own information was telling him, as you heard, right around 700 just on Licking Valley. The last update that I had from Kentucky Power was around 2 o'clock this afternoon, and they were still showing 1,356 out in McGoffin County. Now, that number I know has been reduced significantly, but I don't have an accurate number. And as you can see, Johnson County showing 4,471, McGoffin County that's 687. Lawrence County showing about 1,400, so still a significant number. I just can't give you the exact number, but a significant number of folks who do not have power, but crews are working as quickly and as safely as possible to get that restored, and it will be some time before everyone has it back on. I suspect I'll have another update for you tomorrow with still some numbers for power outages to report then. Now let's talk about roads. City, county, state response has been very important today and effective as well. Many McGoffin County roads have been cleared. Snow returning and catching back up, Mother Nature that is, to road crews as of this afternoon or latter afternoon hours, but they're still hard at work. The salt, however, is going to stop working when you get in the low teens. It just doesn't melt. It just doesn't melt the ice, snow, or whatever is frozen in whatever form it is on our roadways. So that is going to be an issue going forward. That's why crews have been working so hard today to get as much of it removed and out of here before the frigid temperatures move in, and they are about to. Judge Matt Wireman has surveyed roads in McGoffin County all day long, and one of the big words of warning he has is that trees are still falling.
This was not the 2008-2009 storm that a lot of people thought we were looking for, which is a good thing, but we saw widespread power outages, trees down, roads blocked, quite a bit of snow and ice. So it's not been a minor storm by any means, but it's not been as bad as some of the others.
5 o'clock our time as you and I are talking. What's current status of McGoffin County roads and your all's efforts?
The county road-wise, we've got most of them open. We had right around 20 that had a tree down or multiple trees down. I sent a request in to the State Emergency Management. They sent several guys from the Kentucky Forestry, and they've been out on Carpenter Bend And I've had a couple of contractors out along with my road crew. The only roads that I'm aware of that we may not have gotten open are those that have trees laying on power lines or data lines, and we just cannot touch those. We're not equipped or trained to do that.
I want to touch on real quickly, so we know we seen a lot of trees falling, but they're still falling, and your guys have even seen that firsthand today and that of other crews.
Yes, we've actually are going back as we speak. I've got some folks going to a couple of roads where trees have fell that we've already cleared the roads. The guys I had with forestry, Kentucky Forestry, stopped and checked on those guys just a few moments ago as they were finishing up, and they had a couple of trees fall, one getting pretty close to one of their trucks while they were down there cleaning that road out. There's probably 6 or 7 really big oaks and hickories that had fell along the bank down through there, and they're continuing to fall. That'll probably happen all night, and as the wind picks up with all the weight on them from the ice and those things, we'll probably see a lot more of that overnight, which means more power outages and more roads blocked.
2 more things. Warming center.
The community center is open and manned. If anybody was without power, family members without power, friends that you know of, tell them they're more than welcome to come on down and stay there. If they need more information, they can call our non-emergency line at 911 dispatch, which is 349-4403.
Closures tomorrow.
I'm closing the McGoffin County Courthouse again tomorrow. Just as I've been out 460 and a couple other roads, that last snowstorm that went through this afternoon, roads whited out again. They're just dropping temperatures, the roads are going to be bad, so we just don't need folks out if they don't have to be.
Now, if you haven't had to get out today, well, good for you. That was a good move. If you have, you know what crews have been dealing with. But here's what 4 o'clock looked like as I took a tour around parts of McGoffin County. Downtown, pretty clear. Route 40 was one of those areas that Mother Nature had caught back up to crews, at least temporarily, as we saw some light snow start to fall in the afternoon and it started to pile up. Route 40 was getting blanketed again. The Mine Fork and Literal side were as well snow covered around the 4 o'clock hour, and like many McGoffin County roads, a number of trees which have been at least partially removed, but still presented a hazard. I would not want to be out tonight if I didn't have to be, and I'm sure with temperatures right now in the mid-20s and falling, folks like Mine Fork and Literal and other places are going to get much worse to travel and wouldn't be a good place to be if you don't have to be out. This is 460 West, headed down towards Pleasant Hill, nice and clear. For the most part, of course, narrow shoulders, but State Highway Department doing an excellent job here in McGoffin County, and everybody's book in McGoffin County ranked as among one of the best. Route 30 over towards Middle Fork as well, nice and travelable earlier today. Getting onto the Parkway, ramps at 4 o'clock were not good. The Parkway had a solid lane. I don't want to say 2 lanes in both directions, but a lane and a half, and in some places close to 2 lanes. But all the ramps that I got on and off looked just like that until you got onto the Parkway, which had been cleared. So a little bit of FYI. And again, that was at 4 o'clock. It is only going to continue to get colder tonight, and we're going to see a lot of frigid temperatures. They're going to make that salt there just not worth putting down at some point, except for maybe a little bit of traction, I guess. There you saw Restaurant Row and 460 headed towards Johnson County. And, of course, any all side roads, well, if you live on them, you know exactly what you're dealing with there. So please, if you have to be out, absolutely have to be, please be careful. Give yourself plenty of time and watch out for any and all hazards and trees that will be falling perhaps for days. Before I wrap it up with your weather forecast, I want to make mention of a couple of obituaries which came into the studio today, that being that 48-year-old Jerry Joel DeLong of Lexington, formerly of Johnson County, passed away on Wednesday the 1st in Lexington. Born in Floyd County to the late Gerald and Helen McKenzie DeLong. She's survived by a daughter, Michaela Rhodes of Shelbyville, 2 sons, Jesse Logan Kraft Plava of Richmond, and Caleb Michael Justice of Tennessee, 2 sisters as well, and a nephew. Private services in her honor are going to be held this Thursday at 11 here at the McGoffin County Funeral Home. And 88-year-old Phyllis Wheeler of Literal Fork passed away Saturday at her home. Arrangements incomplete at this hour, but to be announced soon. I have a quick recap of closings for you in just a few seconds following this forecast. Topped out at 33 degrees today. We are at 25 right now and falling, and we're on our way down to the low. Well, technically not even the teens. 12 degrees is just shy of that. So keep that in mind. Whatever's out there is going to freeze tonight, and we're going to see winds out of the northwest anywhere from 5 to 25 miles per hour. That's another one of those reasons that trees are going to continue to be falling. Who knows where? With that said, flurries tonight. That'll wrap up our snowfall for now. I want to stress now. Tomorrow, the sun makes a return, as does the colder air that we've seen, but not to this degree on the downhill side of at least the first half of your 7-day. Check this out, 27 for your Tuesday. A slight chance of some flurries tonight, and then after that, dry tomorrow. Partly sunny, 27. Flurries late tomorrow night, and 14 degrees. And there you have what I wish was a typo. I make them sometimes. This is not one of them. Wednesday, chance of flurries, mostly cloudy, 26 during the day, and that is a big, bold 3 for nighttime lows Wednesday night. Thursday, similar, 24 and 1. 0 minus could be seen Thursday by some folks. Mostly sunny, but 24 and 1 for your high and your low. This is the dangerous temperatures that we've been talking about. When with all of this moisture still around, that's going to be causing problems. We're not getting to freezing on Friday either, and that's when we might see some more snow. Maybe another good hit of winter weather, winter storm, could be. 28 and 22 for your Friday forecast, mostly cloudy. And right now I'm just calling out a 70% chance of some snow, and that is Friday night, mostly Friday late and into your Saturday, and then lingering thereafter as we see temperatures 31 for your Saturday, still in the teens again. Sunday 32, right around 20. Mostly cloudy. Monday, maybe a few degrees above freezing, but still mostly cloudy. Nighttime lows in the low 20s and a 30% chance of snow. School might be more of a miss than a hit here for the foreseeable future. I'll see you back here tomorrow, and we'll be talking more about, of course, our next storm. But first, an update on a few closings, what I know of as of right now, and of course, everyone knew that no school tomorrow. No school goes without saying anywhere in the viewing area tomorrow. A number of businesses were able to open today. Lee's, the McDonald's, I know that Frazier's Prater Drugstore, the Market, formerly the IGA, and many more opened their doors, and they're hopeful to be able to do so again tomorrow. The McGoffin County Health Department will be closed tomorrow. I think as Matt Wireman said, our judge executive, the McGoffin County Courthouse will be closed again tomorrow. The Justice Center, the building will be open at 10 in the morning. I'm uncertain as to what offices will be open. Warming centers, again, at the Lloyd M. Hall Community Center, and I believe it's the Sayersville Fire Department, but mostly I think the Lloyd M. Hall Community Center are available because now it's, as you saw, on to the cold. I'll be back tomorrow night with the latest update for our weather conditions, our cold ahead, and our next winter storm, which could be rolling in by the end of the week. Good night. Stay warm, stay safe. Thank you for watching.